using the section small groups feature, instructors can set up sections in their community using the edit community page or working with your experience manager to configure this for you, which will allow students to filter their feed to only view posts by other students in their section, or they can choose to enter the full course view and see all the discussion that's happening in their class. These sections can map again to the physical section that a student is in, if they're in section A or section B on their roster, or these can be customized to be mapped to the custom groups that you might be creating for your class for discussion. Using the full class view, it would take you to the entire feed with no filters applied, so you'd see all the posts from all the sections. But if you entered into any individual section, you would only see posts from students in that section. If you jump into an individual section, you would see all the posts from that group of students, as well as all TA or professor posts. So if you have a large community where you would actually like to have everybody discussing in the same main feed as their primary view, but you have two sections that you'd like to be able to grade by, section A and section B, you can set the default view to full class. And what that is going to do when a student logs into the community, by default, they're going to see the entire feed. They will still see this dropdown, which would allow them to enter section A or section B and see what's being discussed there. But if they ever come back into the community, it will always default back to the full class view. The other option that you have available to you is setting the default view as the student's own section. So if you choose that option, when the students enter the community, they will see the dropdown as we just talked about, but by default, they'll see only posts from students in their own section as well as the TA and professor. One of the really helpful benefits of this feature is how it helps to facilitate easier grading in large classes. One of the features that we added as a part of introducing this functionality for section small groups is now a drop-down for section in the reporting feature. So it leaves a lot of flexibility. If you prefer to do your segmentation in Excel, you can still download the report as the full view. Or if you want to pull individual sections and perhaps assign your TAs to do grading and uploading just for that section, this enables professors to do that. And then finally, one of the coolest things about this feature is instead of having to upload a roster with sections applied or continuously update the class as students change sections, this actually puts the ownership for selecting the section on the students. So when they first come into the community, if sections exist in the community, they are prompted to select what section of the class that they're in, and they'll receive a drop down there with the very explicitly named sections that we've just been talking about. But they're able to make that selection here. And if they do make a mistake, they can always come back in to change their section themselves.